So, late spring I got some cyanwood from Stephen Hayes across in the UK. This particular piece of wood was called Winter King. I think it was some pippin. And first of all I put some electric tape on it. And then after that, about a month later, I put on some real sort of tape and bound it really tight together. And you can see here, if you look at the end, that it's got some green coming out of it. Two places where there are green shoots. So that's my first ever grafting, which has been success. I'm quite happy about that. The other ones haven't done anything. It's only this one that has succeeded so far. I've got some other ones down the bottom of the garden, two other species, but they haven't done anything. I don't know, perhaps they're in the shade. But that's great that I've managed to get that little green bud coming there or breaking. Thank you very much, Stephen. This is the other one on the tree. It had electrical tape on it first of all, and then this other proper grafting tape. And if you look at the bud here, it's beginning to swell up. So it may be a few more days, it might sort of break bud as well. So that may be two successes. Well, I'll tell a lie. I think it's been so cold that these haven't sort of taken off. It was about a week ago I checked this one. This is done up with electrical tape first of all, then bound more. Some people said that when you use this black electrical tape, it heats up and it warms and it helps the grafting. So that bud is swollen there. This bud here is swollen, but right there at the tip, you can see that I'm getting some green shoots as well. So another success. So this is, I can't remember this one, was it sun gold or something like that? So I think if we get some warm weather, then these might take off. Checking on another one here, and at the tip, that's just beginning to break bud as well. So it looks like I've succeeded, which is a miracle for me. First ever time I've tried grafting. Everything was done by hand, no fancy tools, just cutting with a knife, and I think it was called a splice graft, cutting a notch on the branch and cutting a sort of V shape on the wood that you're putting into it. But if it warms up over the weekend, I think I'm going to have some leaves on this. It's been an observation that whenever I get lots of flowers on this laburnum tree, then I always have a great apple harvest. I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or what it is, but it just seems to happen that if you have lots of, most likely it attracts insects or pollinators into the garden, and then they just go to the apple trees afterwards. So these are past their best now, but it has been glorious while it has been going. That's it. It must be something to do that the laburnum attracts the bees, and then the bees just migrate over to the apple trees. So if you want your apple trees pollinated, then get yourself a laburnum. And here we have the evidence that when you have lots of flowers on your laburnum, then you also have lots of apples on your tree. You can see here this is completely loaded with apples. There they are. So I think it's going to be a good apple harvest this year. And the neighbour was telling me that he didn't have any flowers on his apple trees this year. I don't know why. And he's only down the road. What, about 100 meters or something like that? He doesn't have a single apple on his trees, whereas these trees are absolutely covered in them.